Salut, bonjour, and welcome to francofille, a creative podcast. My name is Devin, and this is where I document my knitting and other fiber-related crafting. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry at @bdevin. You can also find the podcast group on Ravelry if you search francofille in the groups tab. And you can find my yarn, my hand-dyed yarn, and my patterns by searching francofille in Etsy, or you can also find my patterns on Ravelry as well. I'm sorry if I seem like I'm a little bit in my head. I'm doing my best not to too much. But it's like thinking about a pink elephant, right? If you're told, do not think about a pink elephant, that's all you can think about. I've, in the past, gone through and tried to edit out any of my ums or my pauses, and I got comments that that was distracting, and so I stopped doing that, and now I got comments that the ums are distracting, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry if either way it is distracting to you. Unfortunately, ums are just a natural part of the way we all speak. I happen to use them a lot, especially when I am just talking into a camera. It's not really a natural situation, even though I've been doing this for over a year now. So I apologize. I apologize if you find it distracting. I'm working on not umming quite so much in general, but I hope you'll just bear with me and cut me a little bit of slack. I am only human. Yeah. At any rate, so you can see on the list behind me, it is a short week, short episode this week. I have been just exhausted over the last week and just have not had the energy to knit. I think I've been working outside and in the sun more than I'm used to, so I think that's just kind of been draining me a little bit. So perhaps that is it. Hopefully I'm not coming down with anything. But yeah, so I've gotten some knitting done, but I've been knitting very monogamously, or relatively monogamously. I've also been working on my secret knitting, my May Sock Club socks. So I can't really talk about those just yet, but I should have those available next week to show you. So at least there'll be something new and interesting to show you guys next week if you stick with me that long. But yeah, let's just dive right in. So I'm continuing to make progress on my Clarke Pullover. I'll show you what I've got so far. Hopefully not dunk it in my teacup that is sitting next to me. All right, but you can see it's still slowly but surely growing. I think last time I showed you it would have been here. All right, so I've gotten another several inches knit up, but unfortunately, that's just the nature of, I think, this part of where I am in sweater knitting, right? It's just a straight stockinette tube at this point. There are no more increases or decreases to do. It's just getting through all of the stockinette. I am thankful for the striping. It has definitely motivated me to keep moving on it. It's easy to see progress when you're knitting stripes. But yeah, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to being done with the body. I think I've got another 4 inches. So I've just finished up a dark stripe here. So I think the pattern calls for possibly doing an extended main color stripe basically at the bottom to sort of mimic the sort of longer section in the main color at the very, very beginning, right? Because you do that basically the entire, whoa, this is hard to show, very top of the pattern, or top of the yoke, is all main color. You switch to the dark color for a couple rows before joining it in the round. I don't think these are real secrets you couldn't glean just from looking at the way it's constructed. So yeah, this may be my last dark stripe, contrast color stripe. I apparently created a stitch and have a little hole there, if you can see that. I'll have to go back and fix that. Oh well. It's an easy enough fix. So yeah, so that's where I'm at with this. The pattern again is the Clarke Pullover by Jane Richmond. And this so far has been the most successful sweater I've ever knit. And as you can see, I'm not even done with the body. So I think if I were not quite so tired, this thing would be even further along. It is excellent, tired, mindless knitting though, I will say that. It's just, you know, when you're tired in the evenings, getting another 3 or 4 rows done is quite the accomplishment. But yeah, what else to say? The 2 different colorways are both my own, right? This lighter color, the main color, is my Éclair colorway. The darker one is Cabernet. And they are both on my DK weight base, which is Bretagne. Not currently available in the store. I've kind of put it on pause again until the fall. I'll bring it back then. I love this base. It is so warm and so squishy and just drapes beautifully. Granted, it's at a very loose gauge, but I'm really excited to have this in my wardrobe, to have this to wear. I actually tried it on, I think I was on this stripe here, so a couple rounds ago. And I was trying it on the other night and Jordan was in the room and he just started laughing. He's like, that is the strangest proportions for a sweater I've ever seen. Well, yes, because it's now halfway between a normal length sweater and a crop top, and it's rather loose and baggy on me and currently just has cap sleeves. So at the moment it looks a little ridiculous. I am going to have to finish it if I want to wear it. So thank you, Jordan, for confirming that for me. But yeah, it's a great project. It's a great sweater. I want to finish it. I'm not kind of getting into that sort of slump with it like I've gotten with other sweaters in the past. So yeah, I think it'll actually, fingers crossed, it'll actually get done. I still have 2 full skeins of the main color available for the arms, for the sleeves, just kind of set aside and waiting. And I think, so the way I've been doing it with all the stripes, since it's all hand-dyed yarn, to try and make it as consistent and even as possible, every stripe I change balls of yarn. So I have 2 going at a time, and so far, I have to say, so far it's working out really well. It's looking really consistent, so I'm very, very pleased with that. I was afraid, I mean, I dyed them all up at the same time, but I was a little bit afraid that maybe there'd be one skein or one tray, one batch that got, maybe a little darker or a little lighter or anything like that, but I'm not really noticing anything like that as it's knitting up, so phew, that's working out well. I am a little bit nervous about running out of the contrast color, but if I've already finished possibly what may be my last contrasting color on the body, and I've got 2 balls that are about like this, right? I've at least got 50 grams here. I haven't weighed it, but just eyeballing it and feeling it, I think I've got at least half the ball here. And I've got 2 of those. I should be good to go for the sleeves. I'm gonna have to decide whether I wanna continue to alternate these, the contrasting color on the sleeves, or if I just want to, or if I just want to use 1 ball per sleeve. 1 ball per sleeve would probably be easier, and it's probably a better way to guarantee I have enough yarn for both sleeves, but alternating would probably be smarter in terms of color management and making sure that one sleeve doesn't look drastically different from the other. That's a problem to worry about later. I will finish up the body of this sweater before I start worrying about things like that. I do have another cake of like navy DK that I was thinking I could insert a couple stripes of in each sleeve if it looked like I was gonna run out of yarn before finishing each sleeve. Or I tend to like my sweaters to be 3/4 length, or pushing them up to be 3/4 length. So maybe I'll just stop there. Or maybe this is just all me worrying for no reason. I will worry about these things when I actually come to them. Yes. So that is where I'm at on my Clarke pullover. Slow but steady progress, I guess, is the theme of the day. Oh, next up, we've got swaps and gifts. So I got lots of very, very happy mail this week. One that I knew was coming, and one that was just a complete surprise and was really sweet and touching. So yes, it was a very happy mail week. I will start with the swap. So I signed up for the fiber share this go around, this quarter, I guess. This was my first time participating in fiber share, and I feel completely spoiled. I got such a great package from a very sweet, new to me fiber friend. So I'm already planning on signing up again next time it opens up. And it's not even fully done yet, right? I think there are still pictures and things like that getting posted to Instagram. So yes, I'm sold on fiber share. So one of the things included is this little button. So I'm trying to not get the little circle light to reflect too badly. So fiber share, there you go. See the logo. So this was included in my package. And then, so I got lucky, and my partner, you get two partners, right? You get the partner you send things to, and then a partner who sends things to you, right? So that they don't have to worry about having an even number of people. And so my partner who sent me this package, Maria, happens to be an indie dyer. So I'm feeling very spoiled. So you've got Hey Judikins is her line of yarn, and she sent me this gorgeous full skein. This is Cielito, I'm sorry, it's Spanish. Cielito Lindo? There you go. Oh, yeah, I struggle with Spanish. But it's just, right, just this beautiful pale pastel blue and purple. There's a little bit of pink in it. It's gorgeous, right? And I believe that's Spanish for like beautiful little sky, I think. Like Ito, right? I-T-O is a diminutive. I'm gonna guess ciel is like French for sky, and I know lindo is beautiful, I think. Oof. So yeah, I think that's what that means. But it is absolutely gorgeous, right? It is beautiful. She also sent me two minis as well. Just gorgeous, right? And then White Sage. She also sent me this skein from Material Culture Fiber Arts, right? Which is another hand-dyed skein in this beautiful sort of pale mint color with gray flecks, and there's some like yellow speckling as well. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna have a hard time figuring out what exactly, like what the perfect project is for these two skeins, because part of me obviously wants to knit every yarn that I get as socks. Right, and I think these could be some awesome socks with contrasting, right, with a contrasting heel or a cuff, heel, and toe, or I've been really wanting to knit brioche again. Just I was in Bloomington on Friday delivering some yarn, and one of the women hanging out was working on, I think it's called the Rambling or Rambler shawl by Andrea Mowry. And she was onto the brioche section, and I started picking out yarn for it while I was in the shop. I forced myself to put things down because the last thing I need right now is to knit another shawl. I think I've got 4 on the needles in my whips bookshelf. That was really honestly the only thing that kept me from buying yarn and casting on. Like, I need to finish one of the shawls including one of the brioche shawls that I already have on the needles before I cast on another one. Sorry, I'm having some Bigelow tea. This is a peach, ginger, and marshmallow root tea. It's supposed to be good for calming a sensitive stomach. My stomach's been feeling a little sour too. Tired and sour stomach. So really not conducive to knitting. But anyway, so I held back from casting on, but these two, right? What a gorgeous brioche project would that be? Right? Wouldn't it be awesome? Maybe like a brioche cowl or even a hat or something like that. That could be really cool with these two. They just go together so beautifully. But then again, socks. Of course, now they're totally washed out. Maybe if I bring them back a little. Right? Because wouldn't that be just a great combo for contrasting cuff heel and toes? Right? Or I love this bright yellow here for like a contrasting heel. Could be good. So many options. So yeah, stay tuned, basically. I have not decided what I'm going to do, but it will be fantastic. So thank you so much, Maria. She also sent a bunch of little extras and little goodies, including the most adorable little notebook in the world. And what I really especially love about this notebook is that like every page is different. Right? Different colors, different kind of graph paper. Some is lined, some is like squared off. It's awesome. I don't know why I'm enjoying that so much, but I really, really am. Right? I'm such a stationery dork. Ugh. Ah, there you go. You can actually see there. So good. So I'm gonna have to come up with something good for this notebook because it's just too cool. It's just too freaking cool. Part of me would love to be able to do like a knitting journal with it, but I know myself and I do not stick with knitting journals. I have tried on several different occasions. So I'm gonna come up with something good. But I love this little notebook. It's so cute. She sent a couple cute little care tags to include in gifted items. Including, I love that, like the care instructions are just fantastic. Right? So yeah, I've got 2 of those in there. This really adorable little pouch, which I think I'm gonna move all of my stitch markers in and then have this in my bigger Notions pouch so that they're all contained. It's recycled too, which is cool. So yeah, nice little pouch. Would be nice and sturdy too, right? It's clearly really sturdy material. My stitch markers were a little bit in there. Another tape measure, which I always need. I never seem to be able to find my tape measures when I need them. So this is definitely very appreciated. This is cool. I'm gonna be playing with that way too much. And then, oh, and again, I can never seem to find snips when I need them. So there's these cute, I was actually looking at these, I think on Amazon possibly. They are Hiya kitty snips, which is just freaking adorable. And they're just tiny little snips. Right, little spring-loaded snips. And they click back into place, and it's just like a little cat. How freaking cute is that? So yeah, that, and gotta love this, right? It's the Kitchener stitch directions, right? Just kind of burned onto a piece of wood. So I'm thinking These two things are gonna go onto whatever project bag I'm using that I'm making socks in, right? They're too good. So, I wanna make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yes, I am, because I'm not thinking clearly. The other sweet thing, the other little extra she threw in there, Maria saw that I've been learning how to make bread. And unfortunately from the glare, it's hard to read this, but she sent me a little jar, actually a pretty sizable jar of apricot jam, which was perfect, right? Because actually, like, the day that the package arrived, Jordan had been asking why we didn't have any jam in the house, so it's perfect timing. So yeah, so this was, I'm feeling absolutely spoiled. So thank you so much, Maria, if you're watching, and I definitely recommend FiberShare. So be on the lookout for the next time signups come around. And then, so I knew my FiberShare package was coming in the mail. Didn't know exactly what day it was going to be coming, but I knew it would be coming. The other bit of happy, exciting mail that came to me this week was a complete surprise and just completely blew me away, and I'm feeling extremely touched by. And it is this gorgeous project bag by Tracy from Bags She Built. So, hello, Tracy. Right. Bags She Built. And it is just gorgeous. Right? I have been putting myself on a little bit of an Etsy diet, but I have been stalking her her shop. So when this came around, it was just absolutely perfect. And it is, okay, let me organize my thoughts for a second here. So I absolutely love the fabric. It's just gorgeous. I love poppies. She said she picked this bag out for me because of my coquelicot or poppy colorway. So just so sweet, it's so perfect, right? And it's just beautifully constructed, right? Just, I love details like that. I wish I knew how to do that. I don't. Right, the gingham, it's just so, it's just classy. I love it. I love that combo. It's a great size. I'm already planning my next pair of socks is going to go in here. So these little bad boys are going to get clipped onto here. And yeah, it's just this gorgeous linen fabric, right? Or nice linen style sort of fabric. So yeah, so thank you, Tracy. Definitely check her shop out. Like I said, it's Bags She Built. I'll show you the tag again. Bags She Built. On Etsy, and she is in Canada, so if you are especially a Canadian viewer, definitely check her out, since that shipping is going to be even better within Canada. But honestly, I don't know, it's worth the extra shipping fees for sure. It's just gorgeous and really well constructed. So love it. I'm so excited to use it. Again, I've been forcing myself to hold off on putting a project in here until I showed it to you guys. So now that I have, I can go ahead and jump right in with this. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Yeah, so that is how I have been spoiled this last week, in terms of fibery goodness showing up at my door. I'm gonna jump out of order real quick. I'm gonna talk about this knit along and blather section real quick before I get to shop update news. So speaking of next projects and picking out socks and things like that, my friends Allie and Abby of the Get Lit and Knit podcast, they are also at Get Lit and Knit on Instagram, are hosting a sock knitting knit-along. That's a little redundant, a sock knit-along for the month of May. And so they announced it this morning on Instagram, and I already was like, yep, I'm on board, not even gonna think about it twice. Like, I will be knitting socks in May. That goes without saying, so I am definitely absolutely 100% on board with this knit-along. They've got a bunch of prizes already lined up. So, and they they tend to collect some pretty solid prizes too. So definitely go check them out. I think they said they were running it 100% over Instagram, which makes sense because Abby's doing rotations. She's in med school and Allie is in finals, I think, right now for law school. So yeah, Instagram would be the easiest way for them to run a knit along. But yeah, so definitely check out @GetLitKnit. If you are planning on knitting a pair of socks in the month of May, definitely check them out. I will post more details as I get them and let you guys know. But I think currently all the details they've got so far have already been posted on their Instagram. So yeah, definitely check that out. So I will be, I told you I wasn't messing around. Like, I'm all about using this project bag immediately. My socks for their knit along are going in this bag. And it may be these socks, possibly. But brioche, but this would be such a good decisions for me to make off camera. I'm gonna put way more thought into that than any reasonable human being should. But anyway. Whew. One more tea. Alright, so I'm gonna jump back to shop update. My podcast, my prerogative, I can jump around. Alright, so this is the first week I'm doing the new style of let's say shop management, or at least new style for me, right? So I'm now going to be focusing primarily on ready to ship skeins. My tonals will still be dye to order. The rest of my colorways are going to be ready to ship, right? So I'm going to dye up throughout the week, whatever is going to be up in the shop. On Friday, you order Friday night, it'll be out in the mail by Monday morning, right? So that should hopefully get your yarn to you even faster. I've got 5 colorways, this is 5, 5 colorways that are going to be ready to ship this week. I'm already, oh no, I take that back. The May Sock Club is also going to be ready to ship come Monday. Yes, I'm dyeing that up right now. So there's, I think, 4 slots left. I've dyed up, I've got 3 on Normandy and 1 on Chaussette left. So if you are interested in joining the May Sock Club, and I highly recommend it, this one is really good. Definitely check out the shop update this week. The store is currently on vacation because it's taking me a little bit of time to basically re-photograph everything and rework all of the listings and get everything ready. So Friday night, my head is in the way, the 28th, it says last day because it's Jordan's last day of school. That is when the shop update is, right? The 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So what are the colorways? I can't show you the May colorway, May Sock Club colorway, obviously, but the other 5 I can show you. I'm gonna start here. I've got some Monet dyed up on the Paris base, right? You can see the sparkle in there. Love this one. It is this gorgeous blue and purple and green, highly speckled colorway, right? Knits up beautifully. And actually pairs really well with most of the rest of what I've got dyed up this week. All right, so we'll start with one you've seen before. I think you've seen them all before now. I think I showed them to you last week. Anyway, I've got Lavande or Lavender dyed up on Normandy. Right, really gorgeous variegated purple, right, with then some extra purple speckles just layered over it for good measure, because more is better when it comes to yarn, right? Just gives it a little bit of extra depth, I think, adding those complementary speckles, right? Because they're speckles in the same colors. So as you're knitting, it just kind of adds a little bit more depth, right? A little more visual interest. And I personally love this lavender and Monet combination. I think they just go together beautifully. They play off each other really nicely. And I have to say the Paris base complements both the Normandy and the chaussette base really, really well. This is actually a pretty cool combo. That's cool. This third one, this is Senanque. And I will overlay a picture of the Abbey of Senanque, or maybe find a way to just kind of stick it in a corner, just to kind of show you what my inspiration for it was. But it's really gorgeously pale, pale, pale purple, with then speckles of gray and green. All right, let's see if I can find a little green. It's all covered up by the tag right now. Right, but just micro speckles, which again, just kind of add depth as you're knitting. Oh, the return of knitling as you're knitting along, right? And Senanque pairs really beautifully with lavender, right, with lavande, as you would expect. I actually really like it. Get out of the way, maybe that'll prevent it from washing out. I like it with Monet as well, right? That could be a really gorgeous shawl. Or if you're looking for like a 3-color shawl, that could be a really great combo. Another option here, another new one, first time available in the shop, is going to be Calanques. Okay. This is on Normandy. I've got a couple skeins of it dyed up ready to go on Normandy. Again, this gorgeously pale, almost like aqua color. Then speckles of like jet black and green. Right, and the green is cool. I love the way this green here speckles, because it ends up breaking a little bit, so you get some blue in there, you get little pops of yellow. It's fantastic. Right, same thing up here. You can see that. Yeah, and Calanques looks pretty cool with Monet. Looks really sweet with Senanque and with lavender. It looks pretty great. Right, that's a pretty. I love that. This could be a really cool building block shawl. The 4 of those together, really gorgeous and springy. Could be awesome. But yeah, so Normandy, Paris, Normandy, and chaussette. And then last on chaussette, I have some Summer in Provence, which is making its store, not debut, but it's returning. Triumphant return, let's say. I haven't dyed this up since I think last August. Right, revamped a little bit, so you'll notice it's a little bit paler and a little more washed out from last year, which I'm really, really enjoying. But it's just this really sweet blue, yellow, green, and purple colorway, right? Kind of playing on the major colors you find in the south of France this time of year, or really even the summer. It feels like summer here today. It's like up to 80 degrees, so feeling summery. But yeah. So I've got Summer in Provence available again on chaussette. So yeah, Summer in Provence and Lavande is actually pretty cool together too. Enjoying that. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, not as much of a fan of that. Summer in Provence works beautifully with slate roof as well, which I don't currently have any on hand, but again, it's available dyed to order for sure. And I don't have any on hand because it's all down in Bloomington now. Like I said, on Friday last week, I went down to Bloomington to drop off the latest batch of yarn. I think I brought down 25 skeins? That sounds right. 25 skeins down to Yarns Unlimited. So if you are in Southern Indiana or planning on stopping through at any point, especially for, I don't know, graduation is coming up, definitely go check out Yarns Unlimited and check out their supply of francofille knits. But yeah, it was really nice. I got to sit and have a little bit of a knit night with the ladies who were there, which, you know, there's no close yarn shop for me right now. Where I live, the closest one is about 45 minutes away, and I'm a homebody. I'm a hermit. I won't lie. I don't tend to leave the house unless I have a specific errand to do, and jumping on the highway to go to a yarn store for knit night seems like a bit of an extravagance, especially when I've got work to do at home. So unfortunately, I don't get many knit nights anymore. So having that opportunity down in Bloomington was really, really, really nice to have. But yeah, so that's what's been going on here. What else? Like I said, we've been working more out in the garden, And in the yard, I got my garden planted this week. That was how I spent my Monday and Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, so today's my first day not working out there. Jordan's office is coming along. He's ready to put up drywall, which is super exciting. He's got insulation up, it's all wired. And then he also decided to basically wire up our house for Ethernet, which is phenomenal. We somehow got really, really lucky, and living in the middle of nowhere, Indiana, like we do, we actually have fiber optic internet to run to our house. So yeah, we've got fiber to the premises, which means that our Wi-Fi has been pretty great. But yeah, Jordan ran Cat 6 cable through our entire house over the last week. So we've now got, and he also got us a, oh god, what is it called? I'm gonna totally get these names wrong because this is not my domain, this is his, but like basically he set up some sort of like, I think it's called like a mesh network, where we've got 3 Google wireless routers that work together to provide consistent wireless around the entire house. And each one of the routers is hooked directly into the network, right? Is plugged into the Cat 5. So we are getting ridiculously awesome wireless signals right now, which is fantastic. And the reason he's doing this is he's going to start working from home. He's working remotely now, or at least will be transitioning to working remotely full-time this summer, which is, I'm really excited about. I'm really excited to have him home basically all the time. So yeah, that's going to be really fun. So yeah, so because he's working remotely, he decided that he needed to have a really reliable internet. I think our old router was like 7 or 8 years old and was finicky. So we upgraded that, and yeah, he's been working really hard on getting all of that set up, and he got that all done last night finally, which is, I don't know, really surprisingly exciting. So hopefully I'll be able to get my videos and everything uploaded. Whew, can you hear those trams going crazy? It just got really windy here. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to upload my videos even quicker now, which means I'll have even less of an excuse for getting them out every week. But yeah, so that is what's going on here. That's what's been going on with me, and I'm gonna take it easy for the rest of the day. I've got some pictures of the new yarn to take care of, and need to edit this, obviously. But yeah, hopefully I'll get a couple more rows knit on my sweater, and I'll have a little bit more to talk to you guys about next week. So yeah, I will see you guys then. I'll see you next week, and other than that, bon tricot, happy knitting. Bye.